Good morning, everybody. This is Matthew Pierce coming to you from A Love Awakening. How are you all doing? We are so happy to be with you this morning. We love hearing from you. We love your comments. We love your questions, so keep them coming. We just want to take and we want to spread a message of love and hope to this world. That's what A Love Awakening was created for, and that's what we plan on doing. So you can check out our website at aloveawakening.com. You can check us out right here on YouTube. You can see all of our daily broadcasts. You can see all of our mini classes that we're putting online, and hopefully more special videos. So go ahead, and if you like this, go ahead and subscribe below. Just hit the subscribe button and the little bell, and you'll be notified whenever we come out with something new. So this morning I wanted to give a shout out to my friend Miranda. Miranda has a Facebook page, and she does a live Facebook feed on Tuesday evenings, and they are amazing. The amount of support that she gets from the community is just it's amazing. Let's just put it that way. I can just not use any word but amazing. And she's a very intuitive reader. She loves her cards. She has some beautiful cards, by the way. But last night, when I tuned in, the things that were coming up was all around worthiness and being worthy. A lot of the people that were asking kind of general questions, were coming up with the energy of, well, you have to know your own worthiness. You have to know that you are worthy. And I felt that that was really, interesting that energy was coming up. And well, I mean, that's kind of the energy that we're in these days. Is, are we worthy? Are we worthy of manifesting those things in our life that we want, that we desire? Because a lot of times that feeling of not being worthy or not being worthwhile gets in the way of us manifesting what we need in our lives. So I read all the time. I read articles constantly. And I came across this article a while back, and I decided to dig it up. And it's called The 4 B's of Worthiness. And it kind of gives you an outline of how to look at your worthiness. The first B in worthiness, so B number 1, is being. And a being is a person that is aware. They're aware of themselves. They're aware of their shortcomings. They're aware of the things that they don't do well. They're aware of the things that they want to learn. They're aware of the things that they like and what they don't like. So basing your worthiness on your being really helps you focus. Now, understand there's things that we don't like about ourselves, okay? And then we have this image that we've portrayed for so long that we're not worthy because, well, we don't look good enough, okay? Or we weren't good at school. Or we've had failed relationships over and over and over again. So therefore, that goes to prove that we're not worthy. Well, that's false. Because at your core, at the very core of your existence, okay, you are perfect. You are perfect just as you are. But we have a tendency to put ourselves up against the ruler of the world and say, how do we measure up? And a lot of times we fall short. Well, that's because we're comparing an unrealistic way of looking at ourselves on our being. So a being, you just have to know that you are going to fall short sometimes. And that's okay. Because you can take that as a lesson to go forward. Continue on. Just forge ahead. You know who you are. At the core of you, you know who you are. And that's all that matters. Your being matters here on this planet. You manifested yourself here as a human being to learn lessons, to experience life, and just be happy. So knowing that first B, that being, is a good test of knowing your worthiness. So how are you being today? Take and notice that. Notice how you're being today. The second B is belonging. Now, I was in this group last night listening to Miranda's live broadcast, and there was a sense of belonging. There was no fighting going on. There was a lot of joking around. There was a lot of support too. And everybody there, I noticed, had a sense of belonging. Like they knew that they were supposed to be there. They knew that they were there for a purpose and they were there for a reason. Now, it might have been that they wanted to support Miranda. It might have been that they wanted to have a question answered by her cards or just hear words of wisdom. But for the most part, I think people were there because they had a sense of belonging, that they were together with like-minded people. That there were other people out there that shared their vision of what the world could be and what they could be. So being a part of a group like that, that belonging, is very important to find your worthiness. And like I said, the messages that were coming up last night were all about worthiness. And the affirmations and the people supporting each other and saying, yes, you are worthy, yes, you are, was so important because you got a sense of belonging. And with that sense of belonging, it reinforces worthiness. So the second B is belonging. The third B is believing. Now, what I like about believing is it doesn't matter what faith you are, what spiritual background you have. It's just knowing that you have a purpose in life. I get asked all the time, am I on my path? Am I on my spiritual path? And my guides simply told me this one time, answer them, yes. Yes, you are on your spiritual path. And when they ask why, tell them, because a person that doesn't care to be on a spiritual path would not ask the question, am I on my path? If you are concerned about whether or not you're on your path, you are. You are believing that you have a higher purpose and a higher goal. How much more worthy can that be? With you believing that you have something to accomplish and something to do in this existence, gives you a sense of believing that there's something more. So the third B is believing. Now, the last one is probably a culmination of all the other three. It's benevolence. And I know that's probably a big word, but let me sum it up by this. Gratefulness. Are you grateful for what you have accomplished? Are you grateful for your life here and how it's impacting others? Are you in a state of transformation? Not thinking I need to be perfect, but are you in a state of transformation? And then sharing that with others, sharing that goal, sharing that path, sharing that energy with others. That's benevolence. You came here into this existence, to learn your lessons, but also leave a footprint, leave a legacy behind. How worthy is that? So be generous to yourself. Be generous to the times that you're not feeling great. Be generous to yourself when you are feeling wonderful. Be grateful when you are not feeling grateful. You can always turn things around into a grateful saying. I had a friend that was moving and she said, "Oh my God, this move is killing me." And I was like, no, it's not. This move is showing you exactly how strong you are. That's changing your mindset to gratefulness. I'm grateful to have you all. I'm grateful that I get to sit and I get to speak to you. I'm so grateful that I have friends like Miranda who loves to interact with people and use her gifts. I'm grateful for people like Lisa that move me forward and push me forward and give me a kick in the butt every once in a while when I need it. But that's how worthy I am. Because I have people that care for me. And guess what? You have people that care for you too. If you can't see your worth, go to someone that you know and that you trust and ask them. Ask them how worthy that you are. Because I guarantee you might be surprised at the answer. So if you like what you're hearing, go ahead and hit subscribe below. You can forward this message to other people if you like what you're hearing and you think that they could use it too. We love your comments. We love your questions. So go ahead and you can submit them down below. We love answering them. We love being in contact with you. But you can check out our website at aloveawakening.com. And as always, this is Matthew. I love you. Lisa loves you. A Love Awakening loves you. So that means that you need to love you. Y'all have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.